Kalala Yahweh, Basham Yahweh Shai, Basham Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles, salutes to brothers teaching the word in sincerity and in truth. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play a clip. It's from the movie about Queen Elizabeth, right? Which she was a Jake Israelite, just like the people of Europe in the Middle Ages, so-called Negroes, if you will. And in this movie, and they show an icon. Now, when you look at these images, okay, of Queen Elizabeth, even, they got, so-called white women playing the part, but, when you look at some of these images and things of that nature, you can clearly see, if you look at it like that, the hairstyle, she basically looks like a light-skinned black woman, just from looking at this. When they put these movies together, there's a reason why they look a certain way. Now, let's go further. And then I'm going to go into some icons of Queen Elizabeth to further go into the point. Now, by the way, you got this Jubilee going on, which is a false Jubilee. You got the Jubilee that's in the scriptures, where everything's cleared up. But this Queen Elizabeth of today is an imposter, and that's the devil, that's the Edomite. It's from an imposter's line. Okay, so let's play. There you go, right there. Now, I haven't watched the whole movie, but I caught it the other night, the ending, and then, as you can clearly see, behind is a Jake. Now, I don't know, if it, who or what it's supposed to be, but you can clearly see a Jake. In the movie they're trying to claim that it's Edomites that ruled, which is rubbish, man. There's so many different sources and stuff like that, information to back up what we're saying, plus the icons. I mean, where we're at right now, if you don't believe it and you're still asleep on that, that's on you. That's on you, man. Why the hell have they put this image in the movie? Okay, let's play some more. So you notice it's freeze frames for a bit. Okay. Now what I want to do here is take you to the scripture, and then I'll take you to some icons. Okay, this is First Maccabees 3, verse where we at? 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein they even had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Okay, now when you go into the icons, Jake, the images painted of themselves, of Jake's. Okay, and Edomites for the Renaissance period, Renaissance meaning rebirth, have painted all the Israelites as being so-called white people, basically, man. And they're trying to say that they're angels of the Most High. They're saying that this, to that, and but and it's ridiculous. And they wasn't even the people that ruled in the Dark Ages. That was Jake that took over and brought in that system that they had there. They're wearing robes and dealing with the scriptures, burning witches and all that sort of stuff. Esau came back as the Rome. The NATO was called what, the Club of Rome. That was that system coming back in. These Edomites with these business suits, and they got presidents and politicians, you vote them in, democracy and all of that, just like in Rome. Okay. Um. Now let me go here. So this is a coin of Queen Elizabeth I. You can clearly see that this is a so-called black woman, flat out. So there's no getting around it. No getting around it. Now I had done there's so much icons, but I got a list of different rulers that I had put together. This was like you know it doesn't even matter when it was, but it's a while back. I didn't but if you look anyway, you look at these coins, you can clearly see that that's a so-called black woman. So Israelites were ruling in the Middle Ages. And like I said, if you don't believe it and you got a problem with what we're saying at this point, you just, to hell with you, man. Because, um, the scripture says you should know the truth and the truth shall set you free. A lot of yous are just got demons on you and you're in darkness, man. You still believe, in it. And let me say something. This modern day queen that they got here today, that's, come on, man. You mean to tell me that you're gonna believe these people at the top? You're really gonna sit there believing these people at the top? These are imposters, man. These people are imposters. Those are Amalekites, man. You know what I'm saying? These weren't the people they're imposters that infiltrated into that line. We're talking about the queen and them, and they know that. They know that themselves. So just because you don't know it, man, you better get yourself correct. And that's for you scoffers out there, because they're always there. So here's just some images, and there's more and stuff like that. There's all sorts of different icons and stuff. So what I'm gonna do, I don't know which one I'll use for the. Like I said, you can clearly see look at the face. Come on, bro. You can clearly see that's a so-called black woman, man. So you go back to this movie here, and you can clearly see they got an icon on the wall. And that's what they do. The truth is hidden in plain sight. They just put it in there like that.
I am called the Virgin Queen.
They just put it in there like that. Because that's what the devil does now. Like I said, when you go back here and you look at some of these images, you can clearly see what they're trying to do here. They're trying their best to show you. And you know what? You see this woman here? You got a lot of Israelite foreigner women that look like this woman, man, with hair like that. Irish women, all of that. Okay. I know them personally. I'm just gonna put it like that. So there you go. So what I'm gonna do right here is I'll close out with a scripture. And you know what scripture is gonna be? It's gonna be this. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And you know what? If the Spirit wills, I'll go more into this. And if the Spirit wills, because, I'm trying to do some quick hits here, but I will go into more information and, air out this wicked line, of Edomites that were in Germany at the time. You know, the modern day Queen Elizabeth, you know, the Amalekite, you know, Prince Charles and them. They're imposters, man. You know, that's why when you go to the House of Commons, they got an icon of a so-called black man, you know, on the throne to this day. You still got it in there. Okay, but they were, you know, these that imposter line that, and guess what? The real royalty of Germany with Israelites too. We can go into that as well. But they're not the royalty, man. They're not the Israelites. They're imposters, man. Well, we'll probably go into more stuff on that. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges of wrath. If not where and who is he? So what's going to happen today? Rulers of today, they're going to be put in captivity because they're imposters in seats that don't belong to them. Okay, right now they've got it, but they're going to lose them seats. Psalms 149. I'll get right to the point. 7. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. What's going to happen to these Rothschilds, Rockefellers, elites, and all of that? They're going to be, and you know what they did? They had to come in on them lines, because Queen Victoria was a Jake, and you know, she was a Jake. King George and all that, that was all Israelites. And they had to come in the line because the bankers, even back then, had stripping power. They were getting in there. You had the two parties, you had the Whigs and all that, and started getting introduced. Funny, around the Renaissance period, the parties started coming in and all that. And to what you get today, the Tories and stuff, and voting, it's all, that was through the Renaissance. That was through the new system coming in, the Edomites taking power and getting power all throughout Europe, slowly. So what they did is, you had Jake still on these thrones, on these lines, and on these thrones, so they have to sit up there and act like the queen and the kings and stuff. But guess what? They don't even, just like today, they don't have the power. The queen and all that is front. That's a front to the international bankers and the banking system. It's all a front. You know, that's why they just had this Jubilee stuff, and they're making everyone wave and all of that. And they're doing this public stuff. I could go all into that. Prince Charles doing all this public stuff. You know, that's all, you know, Satan transformed into an angel of light. They're using them, you know, to get the people all weak, and to bring in this NWO to make people think, oh, they're good guys, man. But they don't even hold the power. Obviously, you know, the queen and them, they say that, you know, obviously she's Amalekite, she's up there anyway. But, you know, they're not, you know, they got a different system in place, which the law's going to destroy this system anyway. So to keep this lesson short, I'm going to close it out. What I might do, bring out Daniel's spirit, just, and I might bring out Daniel's quickly. Psalms 149:9, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints, praise ye the Lord. So, you know, they sit up there on these golden thrones and stuff and things of that nature. Well, that's what we're going to be doing. Richard the Lionheart and all that, that was all Israelites. You know, King David, King Solomon, that was us Israelites, man. And the truth's out there, and they know it. But we're going to be the ones sitting in them seats. So the scripture says what? The saints of the Most High. I'll read it. Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High, Yahweh, or Yahweh Shai, which is the Lord's name and his son in ancient Hebrew, shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever, right? So let's go here. Let's go here. Let's read. Okay, you got, so the image head was of gold, his breast was of silver, his breast and his arms were of silver, his belly and his thighs were of brass, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Now the feet, part of iron and clay, represents your natal beast system, right? Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands. Yahweh Shai, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and break them to pieces. So they're gonna lose all these different seats that they got. You got kings and queens of other countries, but you're still dealing with democracy anyway and all that voting. Most of the time you see the queens and all that today. They're just doing public stuff, waving, and hardly doing hardly does anything, hardly addresses the people or anything like that. You don't see them. It's all a part of the Illuminati's power was to that's how they did the hiding a secret. And do you be directing, thinking that other people have got power, the politicians or this, to that, and that's part of how they do it as well, because they keep changing whoever's in office. It keeps the people docile. Go, I'm gonna vote for that party. Well, I'm gonna vote for that one. But Yahweh Shai is coming to take over this kingdom and reign supreme, and the elect are gonna be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. So we're gonna be ruling the whole world, man. And especially over there in Israel, because come on, that's our land. And the moment you start talking about that, they get mad at that one. You start going in on the Amalekites and all that, they get angry at that one. I mean, you got, and I'm gonna say Revelations 2 and 25, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. He shall rule them with a rod of iron. So we're gonna be, like every time you see those uh, the unholy Amalekites on the thrones of England right now, they always kind of like got this smug look on their face when they're looking from the podiums and stuff like that. Well, the scripture says the Lord's gonna give us power over the nation, so we're gonna be looking down on the people that are gonna be beneath us. You damn right, we're gonna be looking down on them. So, these rulers of today, they're going to find out that they're heathens. They ain't royal. They wear the gold and it doesn't even sit. It doesn't even suit them. It don't suit them, man. They don't even sit in them golden chairs, right? Let's be honest. Revelation 2:27, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. Yahweh Shai is getting bowed down to right now in the heavens. And Yahweh Shai is coming for you, elites, man. That's your worst nightmare. But that's the truth. So you can keep lying and oh, you can keep pushing this. Oh no, you guys, you Jakes didn't rule nothing and all this and that and this. You wrong. We damn sure rule. And like I said, you got women that look like this woman here. That Israelites. So you got Jakes everywhere, all of England, Wales, Scotland. You got Israelites, foreigners, even in Italy, Ireland, all these places. Okay, so the seed of Israel scattered throughout the whole planet Earth as well, and there's more of us than you devils, man. Okay, Revelation 2:28. I will give him the morning star. The Lord said He'll give him the morning, give us the morning star, right? And guess what? We're gonna be and they like to call themselves the Illuminati. We're gonna be the Illuminati, man. We are right now. Really, the word Illuminati means light bearers of Yahweh Shai. Through this word, we got the light. Yahweh Shai is that we got that light. We can get scriptures on that, but it's a whole different lesson. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. So the Spirit is dealing with the brothers of the Akyam, the brothers in these churches. If we don't go in those buildings like them plantation maniacs, Christianity, and jump around doing cartwheels and all that. No, the scripture says where two or three be gathered in my name. So we ain't in them dungeons, bogged out and all that. We ain't on that spirit, man. Okay, now a couple other things I would have brought out, a couple of scriptures coming to mind, but what I do want to do is I want to keep this short. Might do another version of this. So I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna end it there. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.